that better? Yes, okay. Welcome, everybody, to the regularly scheduled Town of Eastham Planning Board meeting of November 19th, 2025 at 5 p.m. This meeting will be video recorded and broadcast over local access channel 8 and through the town website at www.eastham-ma.gov. I need to ask, is anybody in the audience doing any kind of recording, either video or audio? Fine. Okay, we'll go right to the agenda. For case number PB 2025-09, we have heard from the applicant that he is requesting a continuation. And we're going to use the date of January as the date for that continuation, which is January 21st, 2026. So I need a motion to continue case PB 2025-09 to our regularly scheduled meeting of the Town of Eastham Planning Board on January 21st, 2026.
So, second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor? Brian? All right.
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
I say aye.
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 Okay, that passes. Okay. Next, we're calling case number PB 2025-12 for 1825 Herringbrook Road as shown on map 10, parcel 182. Joanne Maynard, owner, seeks site plan approval residential pursuant to Eastham zoning bylaw, section 7.4 residential lot intensity and section 10.3 site plan approval residential to construct an addition on a lot containing between 10,000 and 19,999 square feet, where the proposed addition or expansion exceeds 2.5% of the lot area. Good evening. You can come up to the table here. I don't know if the green light is on your microphones. Great, thank you. And for the record, state your name and you're representing the applicant. Okay,
Andrew Murphy.
of course we need you. Everybody is welcome in the Town of Eastham Planning Board. Okay, would you like to start with a description of your? Oh, they're not on? Okay, great.
Was on. I lied. I'm sorry.
Okay, whoever would like to speak as to introduce the project to us?
We're proposing a modest addition off the back and a small deck off the side of the house. Everything is within the setbacks and boundaries set forth by the Town of Eastham. We do not plan to change the look of the house. We plan to keep everything as is, including landscaping, exterior. We have proposed the downlighting for any additional lighting that we put on the house, which is to match. The windows are going to match shingles. It's all going to be like for like. So we're going to keep the aesthetics of the existing dwelling.
Okay, do you want to add anything at this point?
No.
Okay. Board members, I'm sure you've all had a chance to get out there, as I have. I'm going to suggest some cleaning up of the notation on the drawing. I have no problem with the proposal as being presented, but I am concerned about filing the map in its present form with the county land records. And for example, I would like to see that where it says deck, that there'd be an arrow. I'm going to give you a copy of this map, okay? And that way you can do it. And there's just notations and basically cleaning up the drawing so it's more understandable from being what's proposed versus what is existing. Other than that, I did get out there, and one of the things we do require is that you do not back out onto Herringbrook Road. That is a requirement on the site plan approval. This plan does not show that. So I'm going to give you my copy again, which shows a proposed K-turn where you'll back into the within the property and then come out straight forward. I do not want to see cars backing out onto Herringbrook Road. And in addition to that, there are a couple of things that we talked about. One is a paved apron
Mhm.
at Herringbrook. And the other is the material of the driveway. Have you given any thought to what kind of materials you're going to like? Because right now that dirt driveway is muddy. And so I didn't know if you had any thoughts on what material you might like to use.
We could discuss that with the owner. What would appease the town? Most likely like 3/4 stone?
Yeah,
crushed
stone. Yeah,
Something like that?
Yeah.
Okay,
okay,
with a little apron or, yeah.
okay. Board members, none of what I've just discussed materially affect the application other than the K-turn and this and materials for the driveway. So at this point, I'd like to open it up to the board members and let them do their discussion and concerns and questions. And then when we come to the end, we'll try to figure out what's the best method to get this all done. So Brian, I'll start with you.
I have no questions or comments at this
Mhm.
time.
Dave?
I don't either. I like the project. I think it's good. I don't like backing out onto Herringbrook, which I did today, but I did it real slow. So I think that K-turn is very appropriate.
Okay.
Understood, thank you.
Michelle?
Yeah. I definitely really like the project and I really appreciate the attention that you gave to all the things that are important here in Eastham, the downlighting and, you know, the size and the height, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, we did talk about safety and then the setbacks and the trees that you're not going to disturb that is really important, although it does seem like there is a tree that's been cut down there somewhere on the property.
Unbeknownst to us, yes. it was,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we hadn't been in there, so it was not to have anything to do with us, yeah.
All right. Other than that, good project. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you so
Kevin?
much.
Just quick comments. I mean, I like the project. It is a modest addition. And my first thought though, as I looked at the plans is, my God, they can't wait to get this thing done because how can you move in the kitchen that they've got? It is so tiny. But no, I no negative comments at all. Sounds good. The additions as far as the turnaround and the driveway and so forth, the apron and so forth, all for that. But looks good, solid project, simple one.
Thank you.
Pat?
I have a couple of questions. I just want to make sure I understand what the drawings, right?
Of course.
So there already is a second floor.
Mhm.
So you're expanding the second floor
It's going to
back.
continue, yes,
Right.
back, yes.
And then when I looked at this, right, so I get, this is the deck.
Mhm.
Right? I couldn't see the screened in porch. Where is it? Is it this?
That is the covered deck right there, yeah,
This is a screened in porch.
yeah, I think.
Yes, with the roof over
With
it.
the roof over, it's
Okay.
just not screened in
Where
on
the
the.
man is grilling in the back.
Yes, yeah, yeah, there's just no screen right now. We just
Yeah.
made, we drew
Right,
a
okay.
covered
Yeah.
board, yeah,
So
yeah.
the screened porch is here and then the deck is right here.
Correct.
right?
It's like
Okay.
an extension of it,
Yeah.
yeah, yep,
Yeah,
the
that's
uncovered
fine. I
portion.
just wanted to make sure I understood it.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else?
Thank you for doing, this is very nice, though, thank you.
That's Andrew, I can't take credit for that.
Is there anybody in the audience who would like to speak to on this application? I can't tell. Is there anybody online, Jackie? No. Okay. All right. I'm going to give you this,
So you want me to come up and grab that?
and I'd like you to look at it. This would be the K-turn, that would be the gravel, and they would label everything proposed that's proposed and then this septic system for relocation, I wanted you to say relocate existing system in C note 5. Okay?
Do that.
Okay.
And, yeah, this is very close to what, oh, should I go back?
Yeah, otherwise nobody can hear you.
Yes, yes, first.
Thank you.
Yeah, the turn that you've drawn is
Okay,
very similar to kind of what they already utilize as their
Okay.
driveway. So that's perfect. We'll just define it more and add some stone and put that apron on and get those changes.
Okay. Board members, we have a choice. We can make the applicant come back with all the changes. I'm sorry.
Can I say
Yeah.
One thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it has to be stone. If you like clamshells.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
something
yeah.
stable.
Just.
Thank you.
some
Thank you
kind
for,
of thing.
yeah.
Okay. We have two possibilities. One is we can ask the applicant to make these changes and come back next month. The other is, which I would feel comfortable with, is to ask the applicant to make the changes and have Jackie review them and confirm that they are conforming to what we agreed to. And then they could file the map with county land records after that. So I'm going to poll the board. Do you feel comfortable enough that the changes are minor enough that we could have Jackie be our agent and making sure the changes are done and then having it go straight to county land records? Brian?
I'm happy with having Jackie look at it.
Dave?
So am I.
Likewise.
Same here.
Me too.
Me too. Okay.
Thank you very
All
much.
right. So now, having said that, now we have some paperwork to do. So sit tight because we have to do some things. Okay. The first thing we have to do, members of the board, is we have to give them a waiver of the requirement for a landscape plan. It's in our regulations that landscape plans are required for residential site plan approval. Since the landscaping is there, and candidly, since the big tree is gone, we would need a motion to grant a waiver on case number PB 2025-12 for waiver of the requirement to furnish a landscape plan.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Brian?
I think, I,
Okay, Dave?
Uh,
Michelle?
Aye.
Kevin?
Aye.
Pat?
I,
Chair votes aye. Okay, you're still not done. Okay. We have the following proposed findings of fact, and I will start reading them and then we're going to go into just a statement that they'd be the standard ones. So number one, the property is located at 1825 Herringbrook Road and is zoned residential A. Number two, the applicant has applied for site plan approval, residential pursuant to East Hampton zoning bylaw sections 7.4, residential lot intensity, and section 10.3, site plan approval, residential, to construct an addition on a lot between 10,000 and 19,999 square feet where the proposed expansion exceeds 2.5% of the lot area. Number three, the board voted to grant a waiver for site plan approval on today's date. So it's November 19th, 2025. So we have, that's the third item of the findings of fact. 4 through 9 are standard. 9 being the one of notice of whether we received any abutter notices either for or against the project. We have not. So is there a motion to adopt the findings of facts for case number PB 2025-12, subject to the following, the findings of facts as read?
So moved.
second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Brian?
I,
Dave?
Aye.
Michelle?
Aye.
Kevin?
Aye.
Pat?
I,
Chair votes aye. Okay, you're still not done. We're getting there.
Sit back, put your feet up, get a beverage.
All right, now I need her notes. What's that? Okay.
Took yours.
Oh, you took mine?
Yeah, I did.
Shame on you. Okay, here we go. Is there a motion to grant residential site plan approval for case number PB 2025-12, subject to the standard conditions of 1 through 8. Also, number 9, which reads a designated turnaround area within the driveway that provides adequate space for vehicles, including emergency vehicles, and to turn around the property without backing onto the Herringbrook Road. Number 10, the location and dimensions of the approved of a proposed paved apron at the intersection of Herringbrook Road. And number 11, I guess we're at now. Connected building labeling to remove the word deck from the proposed site plan where the proposed addition is shown and add the words proposed to the locations of the new deck. the new porch and declare, and new building and clarify the proposed new location of the second components will be in accordance with note 5. And then the last one would be,
So this one was 9 and this one is 10.
oh, I missed that one. I started here.
Yeah. We
Whether
can
it's-
clean it up. as
All
long
right,
as-
and I'll just read to you the number 9, which is now 12. A paved apron of at least 4 feet. 4 feet, I don't know where that shouldn't be there.
Yes.
A paved apron shall be installed along the driveway from Herringbrook Road to the property line adjacent to the road for the purpose of protecting the edge of the roadway pavement and to keep sand, silt, mulch, and other materials off the road. Okay, and the last one is the planning board result, and staff reserve the right to monitor the ongoing construction for compliance with the approved plan. Is there a motion to grant site plan, residential site plan approval for case number PB 2025-12 with the conditions as read?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Brian?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Michelle?
Aye.
Kevin?
Aye.
Pat?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Now you're done.
Thank you.
In record time, planning board members, let me tell you.
We appreciate all your consideration.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dan, and members. We really appreciate it.
Good.
Thank
Really
you. Good
appreciate it.
work.
It's a pleasure.
We'll get these to you, Jackie.
Okay, we have some minutes.
Well, we have the strategic plan.
Oh, I would like a presentation from our valued planning board member, Michelle Vian, with regards to new things happening in the town of Eastham.
Yeah.
You're up.
All right. Well, there's a memo, thanks to Paul, who conveniently delegated to me when I have support from Jackie to just give highlights. I'm sure you've all read this memo in the material, but I just wanted to kind of review it with you. So Paul had done a presentation for us a number of months ago. The plan basically is organized into 3 guiding principles, which have been consistent over time to honor our history, protect our small town identity, live in harmony with the natural environment, and enhance community vibrancy. And then now we have 6 strategic focus areas. There used to be, Jackie, I believe only 4. And they're organized into these 6 areas. So a clean environment, land use development that supports the community, improve quality of life, health, and well-being, address housing needs of the community, maintain and improve municipal infrastructure, and maintain excellence in town services. And those 2 at the end have been new additions. And then the rest of it that Paul put together, which I think was excellent, are the areas in each of those 6 goals that really relate to what we do on the planning board. And the zoning area as well. So just, I'll go over them real briefly. So goal 2, and it's not that we don't, intersect with a clean environment and excellence in town services, et cetera, but these are the ones that are specific to us. So goal 2, number 1 is focus on highest and best use, and both Kevin and Pat can relate to there's a lot of intersection with what zoning does. Zoning task force, highest and best use for redevelopment of tea times in Town Center Plaza, the 2023 Northeast Ham Village Center Plan, and the 2024 Wastewater Management Plan. And there's all kinds of specifics around that. We go to number 2. This is a develop preliminary design and permitting for Route 6 transportation improvements in coordination with MassDOT. And we just got, the project assigned. So this is a real thing now, which is great. So some of these things sound aspirational. So Mass DOT just assigned a project number to this, which means it's on the radar and it'll start moving forward, correct? Number 3 is a comprehensive strategy to engage with businesses and property owners in the Northeast Ham Village Center to facilitate redevelopment with the zoning and the village center vision plan. So that's in progress, correct?
Yes.
The form-based zoning code, we're all very familiar with that. That's in the strategic plan. Analyze regulatory options and implement to better manage rentals and other commercial uses of residential property. This, from what I understand, I mean, this is where like the Bow Road rear project that borders on potentially looking more like a resort than a residential property. There's a lot of work going on in Nantucket currently. Is that true?
Yes,
Where we're watching?
we are watching.
What's
and we're
going
making
on?
State level decisions before we can really move
Do
things
anything
out.
on our end. Yeah, but it's on the strategic plan. Implement form-based zoning code as appropriate for zoning district E, which is the zone we're in currently.
Right now.
Is that
Yep,
correct?
That's right.
Analyze regulatory options and implement to better manage rentals and other commercial uses. Oh, I guess I already talked about that. And establish economic development plan to provide assistance to local businesses. And analyze potential redevelopment and build out of Holmes Road to facilitate expansion of trade spaces and housing. And this is something that will require a lot of stakeholder work, correct, with everybody, you know. This is something that we get individual things coming forth to us, but I don't think there's been a collective effort to work in conjunction with every business that is, you know, over on Holmes Road to talk about kind of what's going on qualitatively and quantitatively and building wise. And then goal number 3, we're related to as well, improve quality of life, health and well-being. This has a lot to do with zoning and the housing design and reduction of minimum lot size and zoning bylaws, et cetera, and affordable housing and density issues. So that's that section. And then communication and coordination. And this is something that we all, many of us participated in a smaller version of a joint meeting, but there's also a goal in the strategic plan to have at least one annual joint meeting among representatives from all the regulatory boards and related advisory committees to review progress and, you know, kind of intersection points. And Dan, you may have participated in one of these. I think the chairs were involved and the members could go as sort of, you know, observers or supplemental people, but this is something that's on the radar to do. I think it's a great thing to do because we talk about, well, it needs to go to Board of Health or it needs to do this or whatever. And I think it's important for us to meet at least once a year. And then schedule annual committee updates with the select board and the strategic plan. And this is, so one of the things that's happening now, I think the learning from the last 5-year plan is that there were a lot of action items and a big, you know, document and all that, but the tracking of how things were going and the regular updates were a little bit onerous, and it felt, you know, like sometimes it happened, sometimes it didn't happen. And I think a lot of the staff, which is really burdened with a lot of work, was tasked often with making big reports of how they were doing. So now the strategic planning members themselves, we each have a list. There's a use of SharePoint by the town, which Jackie has put together, right? Which I'm learning how to actively
Okay.
use. And so every quarter we're assigned a certain number of these action items, and then we have to go to the stakeholders and get updates from them. So we're kind of the admin team, and then we bring that back and it's all housed in SharePoint. So we're kind of keeping people accountable every quarter for, you know, making progress or whatever. And it's a 5-year plan. So I just did an update with Jackie and Paul on a number of the items. And Paul's like, that's not going to happen until 2027. And that's fine.
Yep.
It just is, you know, targeted to happen within the 5 years. So I don't know if that's helpful.
Very.
I have a question about Mass DOT. It's
Yep.
not so funny. It's because I've been thinking about this, because Route 6 is a state road. So what does this mean that we're moving forward?
I think the idea is to make it more like a boulevard and more safe.
But but now.
So now the project plan, I mean, you can talk about it, the project plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the idea is to target some areas in our commercial district as we start to redevelop North Eastham. That would have a, as we say, traffic calming effect to help some of that retail leak remain in Eastham and help people enjoy Eastham by slowing down and stopping here before they continue on to other shores.
So does this mean that now Mass DOT will engage with
Yeah.
the town
Mhm.
to move this forward?
That is the hope, Pat.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that
Yeah,
great?
it's, you know, as you
That's
can
why-
imagine, DOT is a busy place,
Yeah.
and so it does take years and effort to pull that all together. So long before I was here, this was in the works. And so now that is starting to move forward.
Just to add what Jackie's saying, we discussed this with the task force, that ideally, as you're going down Route 6, you want passersby to see what's out there, but also provide them with easy access.
Mhm.
Right now, there's a lot of turn-in, turn-outs and a lot of stop and go, and there's safety issues with that. So to sort of streamline that a little bit, so if a car is going to Truro, just go in a particular lane and go.
Yeah.
You can look to your left or right and see signs. If you want to come back and buy something, but otherwise just go. And another lane specifically targeting people who are turning in and actually using the
Nice.
businesses and services that are there. Without adding to what's there, hopefully trim back a little bit. So there's fewer entry and exit things,
it.
enough to get you where you need to go in an efficient fashion, but to not slow down traffic because someone's trying to get out into traffic and things
Right.
like that.
Right.
It's not an easy thing to juggle.
No,
But,
there's-
and this is all came out of the zoning was approved
great.
back in May. But for this to be fully implemented the way we'd like to see it, we need DOT to bless it. So
Yeah.
there's gonna be a lot of back.
That's
and forth
awesome.
on that.
Yeah, and it ties in with funding as well, and having
Yep.
DOT involved and supportive in the design is inherently sort of hand in hand with good funding. So a long-term project for sure. I'll just call attention to the screen. I did pop up for you the final draft of the plan, just so everyone knows, not that we have anyone listening right now, but if someone's listening later in the recording, this is available on the town website. And it is through the Strategic Planning Committee's page on the town website. But the ideas, and this is long, this is actually all, I take no credit for this. This is our very simple SharePoint list into an incredible visual product that Kayla put together for the town that really gets into all of the details, all of the reasoning behind things. And as you can see, she's actually built this also as a living document. So as those quarterly reports happen, on the staff side, there can then be an update to help the public understand where we are in each individual action over time. So a lot of transparency and communication happening here that is, if I may say, pretty unique to Eastham. So it's
We
job.
thought we'd get, once the plan was published, we'd be done, but no.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's great, actually.
Living, breathing,
Yeah,
it's
actionable
wonderful.
plan. Yeah. Great.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. One of the things I thought this planning board should get involved in is rather than just being presented a document at the end from these various committees, like strategic planning and all the other committees, is that we get some periodical presentation information so that we can comment. Because very often, by the time we get a document, it's going to be printed the next day and go to town meeting, and we haven't had a chance to really put our input into it, and it's allegedly our document. So I mean, there are things that we really should be able to have input, and this is the beginning of that process. So I
Now,
appreciate that.
We don't have a date yet, but I'll put it out there too early, as we did last year in January. We will have another open meeting where we bring together regulatory boards, the select board, strategic planning, zoning task force. We did that, if some of you were there, that really big meeting at the library, which was an opportunity to provide feedback. You probably have your binders still
Right.
from the ECSD.
Yep. We do.
So we'll really strongly encourage everybody to be there or Zoom in.
Absolutely. I will zoom in. No question about it.
But-
Okay. We have some minutes from October 15th, 2025. If board members have had a chance to review it, or any proposed corrections, alterations, or anything? If not, is there a motion to approve the minutes of October 15th, 2025 as written?
So moved. Second.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Everybody? No nays? Great. Okay. Anything else? Jackie,
Well,
yeah,
a good news, Stan.
yeah.
Because you made the decision that you made tonight, and because our other case was continued until January, we've had no new filings, and so unless you would like to meet on December 17th for your regularly scheduled hearing,
Let's do a holiday
we have
party.
nothing on the agenda.
Well, I don't know if these donuts are gonna keep for a month.
So,
Anybody want a donut?
No, thank you. Do we have to adjourn?
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Still moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Okay.
Okay.
Good job.